Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation about the restaurant guides. I'm sure you all heard of the best restaurant in the world, the second best, number 3. If you go to the media at the moment, they would mostly tell you that the number 1 is the El Feder de Can Roca in Gerona in Spain. The number 2 is probably the Noma in Copenhagen, Denmark. And the number 3 is the Osteria Francescana in Modena, Italy. But what does that mean? Does it really mean this is the best restaurant, and who decides which is the best restaurant? The most conventional guides that you probably know as well are the Guide Michelin and the Gourmillon. What is a bit problematic with these guides is that they look more about details. Probably you saw them yourselves in hotels that you worked and restaurants. They come in, you know when they're coming, you know who they are. They come in and they look at small details, like if there is any color lacking on the tables or on the chairs, if there's anything in the environment. So they have a very traditional way of giving points or stars to restaurants. A big alternative to that would be the world's 50th best restaurant. At the moment, this one is the globally most accepted guide and system to look at restaurants. I want to tell you a few advantages of this guide to the other one. First of all, who does it? The world's 50th best restaurant is a list that comes out by the Diners Club World's 50th Best Restaurant Academy, which is at the end sponsored by San Pellegrino. It contains every year a list that comes out that makes the numbers 1 to 100 of the restaurants, and they are voted by 900 international experts that come all from the restaurant industry. These 900 experts are divided in 26 regions that are decided every couple of years new. It's not that they're decided by population or by any other reason. The only reason that they divide them is by importance in the culinary world. In each region there's 36 people. That means these 36 people, it's like quite a small amount for one area. And out of these 36 people, every year 10 have to change. With this, you will try to have as objective opinion as possible. You don't want the same people to vote for the same restaurants every year. When they vote for the restaurants, it has a very special procedure. The main rule is that it is confidential. You vote and nobody knows about who you voted for. You have to vote for 7 restaurants in your preference order. 3 of those 7 must be outside of your area. You must have visited and eaten in all of these 7 restaurants in the last 18 months. And you cannot vote, of course, for your own restaurant or a restaurant that you're in any way connected with by ownership or by partnership. So, basically, the big difference as well is that you don't vote for the chef. You don't vote for the kitchen, you don't vote for the service, you vote for the overall experience. You vote for the restaurant as you feel it, as you see it as a customer, and not any other things. The advantages of that, of course, is that otherwise there's no other rules. So the advantage is that every restaurant could be participating. If it is a big restaurant in a chain, in a hotel, for example, or if it's a small restaurant at the corner, they all have basically the same chances to get voted. This brings us to the future. I think in the future, the people are going to take less and less notice of the convenient guide like Gourmillon and Michelin, and are going to go much more to the world's 50th best restaurant, because it's, in my opinion, much more objective. That would be it. Any more questions?
Yeah, I would like to know what you personally prefer, which version.
Well, I definitely prefer the world's 50th best restaurant. It's probably not perfect, obviously, there can't be a perfect guide, it's still someone's own opinion, but since it's 900 people voting for it all over the world, and since they have to change a lot as well, I think it gives quite an objective view, and they don't look so much in small details. You don't have to follow the traditional rules of how to make a restaurant. You can have whatever crazy idea you have and make a restaurant. If people like it, if those guys that vote for you like it, you have the chance to become the best restaurant in the world. I think this is quite nice. Any other questions?
Yeah, isn't it problematic that they're connected to the big companies?
This is one of the factors that the critics of this list are pointing out. I don't think so. First of all, because, for example, San Pellegrino is a company that is basically involved with every restaurant in this world. I think there's just a few restaurants that don't have San Pellegrino water in the restaurant. So therefore, it's not really that they would favor one or two restaurants over the others. And since it's such a big organization with so many judges, I think it would be very, very difficult to take an influence. I don't think it's really an issue. Anything else?
No. Thank you.